Hello and welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. And here we can check out the story for Jalen Green.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. And it's Whitmore in at the 3, the small forward. And for Golden State, Wiggins and Green hold down the forward spots. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Trayce Jackson-Davis. And it's Z in at the 1. All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Van Vliet misses. And the Warriors with possession. Wiggins passes to Z. And the layup is good off the glass. Z's gotten his second bucket.
What a job Wiggins has done with his passing skills. Significantly improved over the years.
Pass to Van Vliet. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Smith outside. Over Green. The rebound by Wiggins.
And he's very confident from that range, but he can't make him out.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And when we talk about players who impact winning, Draymond Green is high on that list, RJ.
And the amazing thing, his career scoring average is in the single digits. Draymond does it with his passing and directing the defense and gives his teams energy.
He's perfect from the line this time. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Now here's Van Vliet. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Lets the 3 fly. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This is Van Vliet's calling card. He's actively looking to fire from deep.
Here's Z. Pass to Curry. There's the triple. And again, no good by Golden State. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Green. Here's Şengün. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his 3rd year, Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11" post guy. He is so skilled.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Smith. He came away with 14 points in his last game. The shot. Van Vliet misses. And it's Green with the ball for Golden State. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the 3rd quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Smith no good.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. Pass to Green. The Rockets with another miss. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside, Green. Here's Z. Right side Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Z, the kick out, Curry. Here's Wiggins, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 3. Assists now in this one.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Pass to Smith. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. See the pass to Curry. Wing shot on the way. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Will go with a different look here. Looney's checked in for Jackson Davis. Jones comes in for Green. Fields checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Podziemski subbed in for Stephen Curry. And Houston will go for a different look here. Highsmith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Brooks comes in for Smith. Green's checked in for Whitmore. And Holiday subbed in for Van Vliet. Now here's Green. Still without a bucket. There's 21 seconds left in the first. Outside heel. Pass to Z. 4-3. Sinks it from distance. Z's got 10 points in the game.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Boy, for the Warriors, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
We've got Brandon Podziemski. Kevon Looney is out there with Derek Jones. Ooh, Green with a vicious dunk.
If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what was. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Jones drives in, and it's good. 2 points. Jones has got his first points of the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And here's Green from the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Z. Good work there as it goes. Z's got 16 points now.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Brooks against Jones. Outside, Green. Shot is up. Again, Houston.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Here's Z. 16 points for him. And he goes in for the dunk.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Brooks, following the score by Golden State. On the wing, Green. Back to Brooks. Late clock, Houston's got to hurry. Here's Highsmith. Jones grabs the board. The Warriors lead by 19. Pass to Looney. Down low. Jones' shot is good. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Here's Z. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Launches a three. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
This brings him to 3 total makes from the arc, with just 1 in this half so far.
For Houston, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Halper and Şengün's checked in for Highsmith. Smith comes in for Green. Whitmore's checked in for Green. And Van Vliet is subbed in for... And so it's the Golden State Warriors, ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. It's all good. Give it up for the participants.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Golden State Warriors. And this game is ugly. The kind of game where fans put bags over their heads.
It's ugly, Ernie.
I've been on some teams where the players shot like they had bags over their heads.
I've been on some shows where I've wanted to put a bag over my... hey, but not this one. And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Rockets.
The defense has been trash. That is, if you can call it defense. I call it being lazy.
Yeah, it's lazy, Shaq. they've been outworked, and you got to beat them to the basketball. That's the kind of team that you want to have. And so far, they haven't answered the bell.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
So the Rockets 5 now. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Whitmore in at the 3. Fires for 3. The shot by Z, no good. Well, the Rockets shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
B.A. Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there. On the wing, Whitmore. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Whitmore's got his first 2 points.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Outside Curry. This one for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Right side, Whitmore. Pass to Van Vliet. And here's Şengün, covered by Jackson Davis. Tries the 9-footer. Şengün, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Z, guarded by Van Vliet. Here's Z. He's got 21. Throws it up high.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
There's the double team with Wiggins. Here's Şengün. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Wiggins got his 4th rebound in this one.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Van Vliet. The shot, no good. And here are the Warriors now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Here's Z, guarded by Van Vliet. Z shot is good.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Smith outside. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Van Vliet outside. No good from outside.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Driving inside. Z's shot is good. Z's got 27 points.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Outside Whitmore. Back to Van Vliet. Outside Whitmore. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance. Whitmore's got 5 now.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Z. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
I'm going to say he hasn't found the same success here in the second half compared to what we saw from him in the first.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He has 29 now.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And Van Vliet again missing. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up 38 points at the end of the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Derek Jones is out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Moses Moody. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Z in at the 1. That's the Warriors 5. Brooks, the pass to Green. Clock at 6. Now here's Holiday. And that comes off the assist by Green. Holiday's got his first bucket in this one.
A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Golden State has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Here's Z. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Z's got 31 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside, Green. Holiday finds Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Look, one of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
Here's Z. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Z's got 33 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Green with a screen on Jones. Here's Brooks. And too long on the shot. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Z shot is good.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Inside. Outside for Green. There's the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
On the wing, Jones. Brooks defending. Here's Z. Boom! He jams it straight down.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. It's the second game of 3 on the road. And it's Highsmith missing. The Warriors have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Moody, good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Green, count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
This is how special Green can be at times. When he's hot, he can be an incredible scorer.
There's a screen. Jones from outside. Nails it from 3.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Pass to Highsmith. Outside Holiday.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got his 4th rebound in this one. Z, the pass to Moody. Outside Jones. Here's Z. Another 3 for Golden State.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Holiday passes to Brooks. Back to Holiday for 3. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with the year they've had, you expect nothing less than a victory every time they take the court. Another stellar outing for them here tonight.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Z.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Jones with the block. And he's able to get it back. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
The shot is good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Green against Melton. Fires the 3. And it's Green missing. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.